Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raid Shadows. Hopefully you're doing well and looking after yourselves, and hopefully not doing too bad. So we're in the middle of the week now, and I just wanted to come at a video today with a video recently kind of linking back to a video that I did last week and just kind of recap on it and like show you a bit more about this champion and stuff like that. So he has been requested generally because I did do the video and stuff like that last week, and a few people are like, hey, can we use him here and stuff like that. So I'm actually talking about the one and only. Let me head and go and change my screen for you guys so you can see what I'm going on about. Is basically this spider team here when we're using Dark Kael as a in a spider hard team. So today I kind of just wanted to follow up on this and to show you a couple of other places where this champion is really good. We've got the same team using two locations, the exact same gear and presets, etc. So I will pin time stamps down below if you want to go ahead and skip to all that stuff. That so let's have a look at its kit and see what's going on in this guy, etc. So he has a attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 75% chance of interlate actually poison, debuff, or the HP burn. So like a mini poison and HP burn kind of like pop ability. Then we have attacks one enemies has a 75% chance of placing a decreased attack for 2 turns. Each critical hit also has a 75% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs on a enemy by 1 turn. So a cool little thing there. If you want that, you need to build 100% critical rate. Obviously, we haven't done that today in today's video because I'm just mainly showing him as a poisoner and what he can do as a poisoner. So that is mainly the main thing that I need from this guy. So reliable acid. We have a 75% chance, 100% chance of placing 3 poisons debuff and 75% poison sensitivity for on the target for 2 turns. And then he has a passive decreases the critical rate on all enemies for 2 and more poisons debuff by 15%. And then if there is multiple KOs, only one will work on the team. So overall, some great base stats overall, not too tanky, but not like crazy base stats, but generally quite reasonable for a attack based epic. So yeah, let's go into it and show you the build and stuff like that. Be right back. Okay, so here we are, we're back with the team and we're just gonna walk through the team. Obviously we're slightly empowered and stuff like that, so just bear in mind. We do have Bafala and Lilia, the two free-to-play legendaries. When you're pretty much trying to clear this content, you'll have these legendaries more or less, so that's one thing to kind of look at. Obviously Seer is epic, so I suppose most people at this level would have Seer, or you if you don't have Seer, then your best bet is to use someone who is really good at clearing waves and hits fairly hard. And then obviously Kaimar, which is just in here for the reset, can be replaced with a Renegade. And then that's about it for a good deal with the waves. And then Kael will deal with the boss, which is pretty much the same in the second team that we'll do against the second boss. So Kael is also really good in clan boss. He's really good in City bosses, and he's really good against Doom Tower bosses as well. So there is a couple of places where this guy is really good, and obviously we've always showcased him. It can be used in the right setup for Spider 10, but you do need specific champions and specific gear and stuff like that. Again, it wasn't too gear intensive. I will ping that video at the end of this, so you can go check it out if you really want. The builds will, you can probably use the similar build for that dungeon as well. So we're going to go ahead and come in this. This is 100% team, so this is very nice to have and be able to showcase for today. So basically we want everyone pretty much to drop very quickly so they take less turns as possible. Obviously we are empowered, which does give me a disadvantage here. With Lydia, it's worth pointing out to build her in a shield set for the wave clears. Mine is a hex build right now for Hydra, so definitely don't go ahead and copy my build. I won't really be sharing the rest of the builds with you. You can see the speeds in the presets. if you really need to, but generally if you have a very well built Mafala, you can pretty much use any speed here as long as the speed tune works, right? So I'd probably say like 260 minimum as like the speed tune there. Anyway, there is the Spike Dragon 10 in 1 minute and 18 seconds. So really impressive run, a really impressive speed overall with a fairly easy accessible team. Fowler is also coming in here with 4.3 million. She does a ton of damage herself, so that is something to kind of look at. And then we're going to go ahead and do the next dungeon now. So we are going to go into Ice Collar Normal. I know that most people are thinking the Grim, we don't farm Ice Collar Normal, but sometimes it's nice to have a team where you can use in multiple locations, especially if you don't have like a lot of gear, if you're like mid game or end game, sorry, late game, where you don't have a lot of options, or if you're just in game but just like free to play in game or very low spend. This is a team that could be very done. Obviously booking a epic is always better than booking a um and then a ledger, right? So that's something to kind of take into consideration as well. Also, you don't need the blessings on him because right now we're running no masteries, so you can replace the stats that we get from the blessings with masteries. Okay, so that's something to kind of bear in note. You don't need it, but if you do want the blessings, that's fine. He is much cheaper to buy blessings for than again using a legendary champion. So that is like someone like Bad Al, for example, will cost you 20, 40, 120 and 300 for the blessings. But going ahead for him would be much cheaper. I can't remember what a epic is off the top of my head. It's not something that I really kind of find that needs to be done. So anyway, you generally want Sia, Lydia, and Adal and Mifala both to die at this boss. We're quite tanky, so I haven't built this team correctly, so I'd say build them a little bit less HP so they die, and then Kael can focus on clearing this boss on his own, and his team will become considerably much faster. So as you can see, we have a ton of poisons right now. Obviously this doesn't work on hard because you can't poison the boss on hard, unfortunately, for Ice Column, because he is immune to that factor. And as you can see that we are being smacked right now by the passive from Ice Golem, and we've been able to deal with it quite consistently. So we are at 67 turns, 1 minute and 53. That is really fast and quite fairly good. Let's go and check out the presets then, and I'll show you the builds. And no masteries because there's only like tier 1 and tier 2. But masteries was basically extra accuracy and stuff. So we do have the Mafala build. Let me show you the presets for both teams. It's the same preset. So there's nothing that you need to kind of worry about. So we've got Karma switched off. He does his thing on his first wave, and it's like so. And then Sia just does her stuff, and then Dark Kael just has like acid. I would actually probably open up with the AoE on the boss, sorry, on the waves, because decreased attack is always quite effective and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and just change this up slightly. And then for the bosses, we do want to come in with acid there. So again, the decrease accuracy is really good for all the bosses. So presets really normal. And if you are looking for the speed tunes for the rest of my champions, you can go ahead and check the speed tunes out here. And then we're going to go ahead and check Kael's stuff, right? So let's first of all show the stats, etc. Let's go to Dragon. We've got another extra for that's Doom Tower Grim. So Ice Golem, nothing extra here. And then for Dragon, which is there, nothing extra as well. So nothing worry to extra from this. It is a lot of stats. I do kind of understand it is a bit stat hungry. The minimum defense you need is 3000, and then HP, you do want to try and get much HP as possible, which is really nice. I think you can pretty much run like 55,000 though, and you'll be fine. I've seen a couple run at 55,000. Now, a few people do build them out 100% critical rate. I haven't because I just wanted to focus on poisons. You can build them out for 100% critical rate if you want the A2 to be more effective. I didn't need it for this team, so that's something to kind of bear in mind. 293 accuracy is really low for hard dungeons, but bear in mind we do have a accuracy aura of 80, which generally takes us over the threshold of 350 accuracy. We do have the resistance as well of 458. Now the resistance on this build is way over than you needed. You only need around about 400 to 375 resistance on this build, and then that's pretty much about it there. So for blessings, if you do have a blessing, a wood chain breaker, which will be basically at the start of each of this champion's turn, he has a chance of removing any stun, provoke, etc., etc. So mainly for ice golems, it's pretty cool to remove freeze if he does get the 3% and stuff like that. But again, not generally not needed. There's probably better masteries as well. It's a 20% chance of a champion turn me to fail by 20 when hit as well, which is pretty nice, and 15% chance of removing the debuff. So pretty strong blessing for a epic, which I think is underrated in all fairness. So let's go ahead and show you the gear. We have HP here. Obviously, you can use resistance and accuracy, which is probably your go-to. You can use HP or resistance here, looking for resistance and accuracy substats, and then HP or defense, and then looking for the HP and resistance. Obviously, we have a little bit of oil because it was just sitting around already done, so I just took it for generally for this. Again, you can use accuracy resistance there, and then coming all the way through with the speed, etc. And then for the mastery, it's pretty friendly. So you could take Eagle Eye to help you with the stats. You can take Shakeable for the extra stats, or you could even take like Oxus or whatever you call it to help give you more 10 meter, etc. So a lot of options there for Mr. Dark Hill. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in your comments in the comments where you want to see a champion showcase next, P versus E or P versus P. I'm really kind of curious to hear your feedback and where they make niche and stuff like that. So that's something that I would kind of really like, and something that I want you guys to have a bit of input on. Anyway, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I've been Grim Reaper. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on the next one. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.